Hi guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and this is my In My Mailbox book haul. This is actually for the last 2 weeks because I was out of town last weekend. Before I actually get into what came in my mailbox in the past 2 weeks, I have some cool things to show you. I went to a signing for Laini Taylor, the author of Daughter of Smoke and Bone, at Nicola's Books in Ann Arbor last week, and it was awesome, but of course I had to get my copy signed. So you've already seen this in my mailbox before, but you haven't seen this pretty new edition. And I also took my copy of Lips Touch and got that signed. She has a massive signature. We were talking about that in line. And then you hear me talk about Cassini all the time, who sends me things because she's awesome. So I got her art signed as well. So that was from the signing. While I was there, of course, I bought some books, not only because I can't walk out of a bookstore without buying something, but because I believe if you go to an event at a bookstore, you should buy something from that bookstore. They're putting that on for you. You should help enable them to do that. So, I picked up A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I knew it was just a matter of time before I got this, and I was waiting to see the US cover because I needed to know whether I wanted the US or the UK cover. The reason being, underneath the jacket is beautiful, as are the end papers. So, I don't know if it's quite the same as the UK edition, but I needed to know that before I bought it, because otherwise I would have ordered it from the UK. It turns out that Nicola's Books has a lot of signings, so they had a lot of signed books, extra signed books, sitting around. I was going back and forth between what I wanted to get. I knew I was getting A Monster Calls, but I wanted to get 2 books and I wasn't sure which one I wanted to get. I was going to get Cold Kiss by Amy Garvey. I love the cover of that and I was torn on it. And then Danny Marks YA had it in his last book show, and so I was talking to him about it and decided that yes, I do have to own it. But they had Bad Taste in Boys by Carrie Harris there as well, which is also a zombie book, and I was debating which one I wanted to get, but one of them was signed, so I got Bad Taste in Boys by Carrie Harris, because not only is it signed, but it says brains, so I had to. So those were from Nicola's Books, which is awesome. If you're ever in the Ann Arbor area, I would suggest you go. It was great. It has a huge YA section. Now the rest of this came in my mailbox. For review, I've been talking about this one for a while, and it finally came. Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake. I forgot to include this in my October TBR video, but this will be read in October as well. So whoever it was that commented that I was crazy asked me if I realized there were only 31 days in October. One more to add to the list. I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard nothing but good things. And one thing that I love about it, now that I'm seeing it in person, is around the lettering, the title, Anna Dressed in Blood, there's just like this sort of aura of blood, like this little halo of sort of a muted red blood color. I don't know how well you can really see it. It's very subtle, but it just makes it pop, and really well done. I love it. I got the book Microcrafts. This came from Quirk Books, and it's all about little crafty things, little tiny crafts. Some of them I absolutely will be making, and some I don't know that I ever will, but still love them anyway, like the little tiny taxidermied animals. They make me very happy. So if you ever get a random package from me in the mail, it might have a tiny taxidermied animal. I got a package from Macmillan earlier this week that elicited some squealing. First of all, it came in a super shiny silver mailer, which I've never gotten anything in before, and so I said it looked like a space package. And when I opened it up, it kind of was like a space package, because this book is about cyborgs and doesn't come out for a while yet, so it's kind of like it's from the future. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I'm geeked about this. Marissa was part of Fairy Tale Fortnight this past year, and she will be in the second Fairy Tale Fortnight, and quite possibly many, many Fairy Tale Fortnights to come. As you can see, it has this little post-it that says "Psst" on it, and that's because it is signed. So, this comes out in January, really looking forward to it. Jane Austen made me do it, which is edited by Laurel Ann Nattrass. This is an anthology of short stories. It has a lot of the standard Janeite authors in it, but it also has some that I don't think have ever necessarily done Jane Austen related works, like Lauren Willig and Adriana Trigani and all kinds of people. It sounds really, really good, so can't wait to share some of this with you. Now, the rest of this I bought, as well as those couple that you saw from Nicola's books. This first one you'll already know about because I had a giveaway of it. Got 2 copies of 20 Boy Summer by Sarah Ockler for my Banned Books Week giveaway. The winner has been announced and she's already been contacted, so congrats to Rain M. Rampant by Diana Peterfriend. A while back in my IMM I had a copy of Ascendant, and so I mentioned that I was going to have to pick up Rampant, and I found it on book closeouts for $1.49, so that was a no-brainer. Magic or Madness by Justine Larbalessiere. This is the first book in the series. I've never read anything by her, though I do own Liar. I'm pointing where it is in my room, not like you can see it, but I thought it sounded pretty interesting, and I like this cover. Give Up the Ghost by Megan Crew. When this came out, I kind of had it on my wish list because I'd been hearing good things about it. I haven't really heard much about it since, but again, it was $1.49 for a hardcover. Red Spikes by Margot Lanigan. I wish I had had a copy of this when I did my cover trends video, because I mentioned that I like quirky, dark, macabre covers, and this one certainly fits the bill, and I love it. Nevermore by Kelly Cray. I have heard endless good things about this. It is a beast, so I don't know when I'll necessarily be getting to this, but I'm looking forward to it for sure, and I like the cover. It took a while to grow on me because it looked a little emo, and this guy reminds me of Milo Ventimiglia as Jess on the Gilmore Girls, so I was unsure what to do with that in my brain. But yeah, I like it now, and I don't think I've read any bad reviews of this. Horns and Wrinkles by Joseph Helgerson. I love this cover a whole lot. It sounds kind of quirky, fairy tale-ish, middle grade, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. If appropriate, I will work it into Fairy Tale Fortnight. And Come Fall by A.C.E. Bauer. Same as Horns and Wrinkles, I love the cover. I think it sounds like a good, quirky, dark fairy tale middle grade book, and I may work it into Fairy Tale Fortnight. So those are all the books in my mailbox this week. If you do an IMM or book haul, make sure you leave me a link and let me know what you got this week. Also, if you have anything to say about any of the books that I got, or there are any that you want to see video reviews of when I read them, which may not be for a while, just to let you know, make sure you leave a comment and let me know.